Hello. So what I'd like to do today is to go ahead and cover what has become a very outdated method for checking for the authenticity of a Nintendo 64 cartridge. And one of the things that you'll see on a lot of different groups, different YouTube videos, they talk about all these different ways you can check to see whether or not it's authentic. And one of the common ones mentioned is this good old one here of that square dot above the eye. Well, guess what, folks? This is indeed a reproduction. This is a fake. So they have started going to these square dots above the eye. So it used to be they were circles, and so that was one of the ways that people would check. But this one is a reproduction. If you take a look down here, there's no double-digit stamp. You can clearly see that newer white cartridge strip there. And if you open it up, of course, you would find the game board inside that does not have the authentic Nintendo logo on it. So, for reference, this is an actual Nintendo game board that I pulled out of a cheap sports game that wasn't working. So you can clearly see that there. So you can see it's got that Nintendo logo there on the game board itself, as well as this part here, the NUS01A02. It'll have some kind of number on there. On the fake ones, I've got 4 of them. I opened them up. None of that stuff is there. But the main thing, the easiest thing, is to check for that Nintendo logo right there on the game board itself. That is actually, this is the absolute best way to check to see whether or not the game is real or fake, because as of yet, there is no fake out there that will pass this test. And I say this as somebody who's actually made his own reproductions, has experience in dealing with the mass-produced ones coming out of China right now, and has a few of them. And none of them will pass that test, the logo on the game board. In addition to that, as I mentioned, the double-digit stamp logo, and then checking the cartridge slot there for the color. In addition, there's also generally in that black surround there, is a serial that is usually up in here. If you take a look in there, it's hard to see here on camera, but this one does not have one. None of the fakes have them. So that is something else I would also check for. So anyways, if you keep an eye out for those things, the color of the cartridge strip, because usually on a real one, you're going to see, like this is a real one right here. You can see it. They have that more sort of brownish copper color, as opposed to that sort of whitish color, the newer whitish color there on the reproduction. But anyways, I just figured I would put that out there because I still see it on a lot of different forums and groups where people are still going, oh yeah, you know, check the eye and make sure it's got a square instead of a circle. And it's just, at this point, it's bad information. I've talked to other people and they said, yeah, they're starting to see them as well on other cartridges. So yeah, that square dot above the eye is no longer valid. So make sure that, you know, if you hear people spouting that you give them the update and let them know, hey, quit checking for this. As I said, the ones that I gave you there, those handful of ones, color of the cartridge strip, serial on the black cartridge, plastic guard there, and the double-digit stamp on the back of the label here, as well as the game board logo. Those ones, realistically, that's all you need to verify authenticity. I've been using that method for almost a year now, and I haven't been caught out since I educated myself on this. So, anyways, I would highly recommend, if you do not have one, picking up a 3.8mm game bit screwdriver. I have another video here talking about all the merits of that, but I strongly recommend picking one up if you do not have one and are an N64 collector. And anyways, that's all I've got, and thanks for watching.